Hello everyone, and welcome to the Libby App tutorial. Now, to start with, I'm going to show you libbyapp.com, which is the web browser version of Libby, and this is really nice if you just want to get used to seeing what Libby looks like. It looks very similar in the web browser as it does in the app, and it's good to be familiar with both, especially if you have a Kindle, because you will need to use a different device or a web browser to send ebooks to your Kindle, because you won't be able to put the app on a Kindle. So first off, we are going to go to libbyapp.com, and this is the first page that you will see. And the first question is, do you have a library card? If you're here, then we assume that yes, you do. And we are going to search for a library, and you can do it by name, by city, or by zip code. And here we have it, Indiana Digital Library through the Hussey-Mayfield Memorial Public Library. So click that. And then it'll ask you over here to add a library card. So we would like to sign in with our card. And we want to sign in through this library, which is ours. And then you will put in your card number. And after you put in your card number, it'll ask you to put in your PIN. Your PIN, if you're using a school e-card, it may be your lunch PIN. If you are just a residential patron, then it is usually the last 4 digits of your phone number or the last 4 digits of the card number. If you don't know what your PIN is, you can contact the library and we can reset it for you. Alright, so I've put in my library card number and I've put in my PIN number, and I have here my card. Now, it already says HMMPL because I renamed the card from the app, and you can see here that I have 2 out of my 10 loans out, and I have 0 out of my 20 holds out, or holds put in. And what this means is that at a time I can have 10 items checked out, and at a time I can have 20 items on hold. And so according to this, I can check out 8 more items and be good to go. Now, if I return an item, or if an item is returned automatically, then this will go back down a number. And so it's not for the month. It's not like Hoopla. It is just at a time. So we're going to click next. Now here's where you can say that yes, I read with Kindle exclusively, and so that way it'll only show you results that are compatible with Kindle. But for now, we're going to say skip. And so you can go through and you can browse here. If you want to look specifically at teen items or kids items, you can click those. So let's say we want to look at kids items. So we're in the kids catalog guide. Over here, you can apply the preference to have the juvenile filter overall, and so all of your search results will be filtered through the juvenile filter. Or anywhere when you're searching, you can go into preferences and you can change the format. So books, audiobooks, magazines. You can change the language. You can change the audience, the supports, Kindle, PDF, EPUB, Libby. Availability, so that's if you don't want to see anything that is already checked out, and so you'd have to put a hold on it, so you can just look at everything that's available right now. And of course, you have sorting features. And so again, you can change your preference in any of the searching areas. So these are just some kids items that you can choose from. And if you see a little clock next to the library card, then that means that there's a wait list. So you'd have to put the item on hold. And as you can see, this one says it's roughly a 2-week wait. This one's also roughly a 2-week wait. Now, if you just see the plus sign, then that means that you can go ahead and check it out because it's available. So let's go back. And again, just some other things that you can look at. If you click on the books here, this will take you to your loan shelf. So right now I have an audiobook checked out and I have just a book checked out. So if you go down here, you can look at your timeline or your history. If you click on those lines, you can look at some settings. This just shows what the library has in general for browsing. But let's say we want to search for something. I want to search for the Pug Who Wanted to Be series. Adorable. So as you can see, the one that's available is The Pug Who Wanted to Be a Reindeer. So let's click on that title. From here, we can read a sample, we can add a tag to it, we can look at reviews, read the summary, look up some other information about what supports it, and you can see other tags that have been applied. So yes, let's borrow this. And borrow. Alright, so when you get to the borrowing page, you'll have the option to choose how long you want your checkout to be. So if you decide, I'll give myself 7 days to read this, and then I want it to be returned. Or you can say, I'm going to give myself 14 days to read this, and then I want it to be returned, and so on. So let's say I want to give myself 7 days. And of course, you can return it early on your own as well, and I'll show you how to do that. But this is nice for those who don't want to be reminded, like, oh, I need to go in and return that, or what have you. It will return automatically either way. So let's go to borrow. All right. And now we're going to go to shelf and read with, and I want to read it with my Kindle. So we're going to click Kindle, and this will open up the Amazon page. And you will need to know your Amazon sign-in information, and you'll put it in, you'll sign in. All right, so once you get to sign in to Amazon, you will be sent to the checkout page, and from this page you can read a little bit more about the item. You can see top picks and all that stuff like you normally would. And so when you get to this page, you'll have the option to deliver to, so this will be where your Kindle is. If you have multiple Kindles in the family, then you'll be able to see all of them listed here, and you'll choose the one you want to send it to. It will also have when your loan expires, and then all you have to do is click Get Library Book, and it will be sent to your Kindle device. Alright, now let's say that you read the book and you want to go ahead and return it early. So then you just go to Manage Loan, and this is also where you can say, oh, I want to read it with Libby. You can share the title, you can change the tag, all the different things. But we're going to return early and return, and voila, it's been returned. But again, it will return when the loan period is done, so you don't have to worry about returning it early. This is just if it's a really popular item, or you just want to be able to return it when you're done with it so it doesn't appear on your shelf, or you just want somebody else to have a shot to get it sooner. So we can find your next read and start looking again. I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial for using libbyapp.com, and stay tuned and I'll just give you a brief overview of the app just so you know what it looks like compared to the website. To use Libby as an app, go to your app store. In my case, it's Google Play Store. Type in Libby by OverDrive. It'll probably pop up before you have to type in the whole thing. And then you'll install, open. You'll be prompted with the same questions that you saw through the website, so go through those to put in your library card information and find the library. And then, as you'll see, everything else looks pretty much the same. You'll have the same icons on the bottom, and you'll be able to browse with the same preferences and go into the kids guide. If you need more help, visit help.libbyapp.com or ask your librarian. Thank you.